Hi guys, it's Peter back for yet another video. I'm going to do an album review. I'm going to do The Doors again. I'm going to do Strange Days today. And love that cover. And you see the little poster on with The Doors there saying Strange Days and the assorted people there. Quite a striking cover. There's the back of it. 1967, their second album. 2 albums in the 1 year, quite phenomenal. Back in those days, that was quite common. 10 tracks, clocking in at about 35 minutes, around that vicinity. And I'll just go through the songs, then we'll talk about each song and see what I think about it. And you guys comment down below. Strange Days, Your Lost Little Girl, Love Me Two Times, Unhappy Girl, Horse Latitudes, Moonlight Drive, People Are Strange, My Eyes Have Seen You, I Can't See Your Face, In My Mind, and When the Music's Over. All selections written, arranged and performed in entirety by The Doors. Douglas Luban plays occasional bass because he had Ray Manzarek who did keyboard bass as well. Keyboards and marimba, Ray Manzarek, it says here. Jim Morrison vocals, Robbie Krieger guitar, John Densmore drums, produced by Paul O. Rothchild. And yep, engineered Bruce Botnick, recorded at Sunset Sound Recorders Hollywood. Cover was done by cover photography Joel Brodsky. And there you have it again. So we'll go through the songs and see what I think of it. Opens up with Strange Days. Very psychedelic. You get that eerie keyboard coming in, which is quite mesmerizing actually. And I love the drums on this track too from John Densmore. Quite good. Great vocal from Jim. Very mysterious sounding song. So catchy. Very accessible. Quite a great opening to the album. It's one of my favorite Doors title tracks actually. I've always loved that opening track. It's quite mesmerizing, I find, this track. Then we go to Your Lost Little Girl, a beautiful track, great vocal from Jim. Just right on 3 minutes, 3:01 it says here. A beautiful solo in it from Robbie Krieger. I really love his solo, and it's just a beautiful solo. I'm sure you guys know it. If you haven't, go listen to it. And a wonderful song on this album. Ballady, sort of a ballady pop song, but a great vocal from Jimmy. It does a great job on it. Then one of the singles, the next song is Love Me Two Times. Always loved this track, but this is not the first version I heard of. The version I like is from the A Life She Cried album, which is they did songs from I think Danish TV. I think on that album there's the A Life She Cried. That was sort of an album of had a sound check from Gloria and all. You guys know the album from 1983, A Life She Cried. But that version of Love Me Two Times is the first one I heard before this one. I'm probably more used to it, but all in all, whatever version, great song, Love Me Two Times. There was a single. It was a single from the album. Really good song. Unhappy Girl is a very short one, 2 minutes long. Very nice track. Typical Doors, very mesmerizing, but it's a very short song. It comes and it goes sort of thing. But I quite like it. Always have. Horse Latitudes is next. Minute and a half. That's Jim doing the poetry thing with the music. It's not a song. It's not a track where I go, I must listen to Horse Latitudes today. It's not that sort of thing. It just goes well with the album. It comes and goes, and he's doing his poetry thing, and it goes into that beautiful pop song Moonlight Drive, which is mesmerizing. The sound of it, really love that one. I have seen a clip they did on a TV show of them doing that song, but I don't. That was not a single or anything like that. Then we get the side two, People Are Strange, which was a single, which was quite a big hit. A very short one also, but so catchy. It's not funny, and it's got that beautiful pop feel to it, which they did so well. And that's what I think I like about the Doors. They got that the rock pop side, and they got the dark side, and that's what you find in this album. It's quite in a way similar to the first album. It's dark, maybe a bit darker too in some way, but that's what they used to do. They did that pop thing mixed with the darker side. My Eyes Have Seen You's more rocked up. Good guitar solo from Robbie Keys, more rocked up. But the songs on this are quite short, as it's just 2:22. So virtually everything is short except for the last track, which we'll get to. But it's quite a rocking number. Rocks along at great pace. I always liked it. I Can't See Your Face in My Mind. That's slow again, very melancholy slow. Nice musically. I find it's good musically. It's a good one. But the finish is 11 minutes around when the music's over. Like similar to the end in a way, that big epic closing number. Every bit as good as the end for me, anyhow. You know, they're both great as far as I'm concerned. I love when the music's over with the when Jim's singing and you get the it's got so many moves to it, and it's got the great ending, ends fantastically. You get John Densmore on the drums giving Morrison's singing gives it an accent. When Jim sings something, he'll do something on the drums. It's got that great impact, great, quite dynamic through the whole song. It's just a classic Doors track. When the music's over, always loved it. Still love it to this day. So I'm going to give this album top marks. I can't go any other way. 10 out of 10. If it's, I'm a huge Doors fan, so you'll get that with me. As you know by the name of my channel. But the first album, people say is better than this. Other people say they prefer this album. There's not much in it. Maybe I'd slightly go for the first album over this, but both are great. But I might go for the first album. It's just got, but both are really great when you look through the track listing, yeah. So there you have it. I'll give you my three favourites. I'm not going to go in any particular order. I'll have to go People Are Strange when the music's over. That's for a start. And I might go the first song, Strange Days, with that eerie, psychedelic sounding organ, which Ray Manzarek was a killer musician in the band for me. And great, really well done written songs on this album. And then the band went on to do Waiting for the Sun after this, the year after. So there you have it, guys. It gets top marks from me. And what do you guys think of it? Do you think it's as good as the first album? Do you think it's not as good? It's a come down? What do you think? The first album is considered an all-time great classic. This is considered a very strong Doors album also, but from most people, you would say a very strong Doors album. And sort of in a similar vein, really, with the way it's sequenced also with the, you got some of the pop singles and you got the epic closer. So there you have it, guys. I'd like to know what you think of it. Put your favourites down. Is it their best? Is it their second best? Whatever you think. And I'll be interested to see what you guys think. I will be continuing. This was a request, so I will be continuing any requests I get. So stay tuned for the next video. So I'll see you guys soon. Won't be too far away from the next video. It's bye for now from me. Bye.